Hi my loves, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome here. In this channel we talk about relaxed hair growth, protective styling, and so much more concerning the hair topic in general. So if you know you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing to join the family. Now in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys different ways to make rice water for your hair. I have used rice water before, and when I tell you, there are so many benefits of using rice water on your hair. It makes your hair shiny, healthy. Made my hair darker, it made my hair stronger. So rice water can actually be very beneficial for your hair. Now I'm going to be sharing with you different ways to use rice water. This is supposed to include like a practical section where I show you guys the different ways, like practically, physically. One of the ways I've mentioned in this video, I've showed you guys before in a previous video, so you can check out that video if you're interested. But for the rest, I'm going to create subsequent videos on them later in the future to see how I do them, but I'm just going to list them in this video so that you get a grasp or an idea of the different ways to make rice water for your hair, so that you can choose which one is more comfortable for you. Now the rice water I've gotten from one method may be more effective than another method, so when choosing the one you want to use, you also have to put this into consideration. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the fermented rice water. This is the one I've used, and this is the one I shared with you guys previously on the channel. You can check out the video if you're interested. I showed you guys the step-by-step process on how I made the fermented rice water for my hair on that video. So with the fermented rice water, just like the name implies, it's from fermentation. Now the first thing you're going to do is to just rinse your rice to wash off any dirt and all that. And after doing this, you're going to soak the rice in fresh water. So this is going to be in a container. Now you're going to cover this container and leave it for like 1 to 2 days. The more fermented you want it to become, the longer you have to leave it. Now after the 1 to 2 days, you are going to sieve out the water, and then you now use this on your hair by either spraying it on your hair or like rinsing your hair with it, whichever one is more comfortable for you. So that is the first method, and I think this is actually a very popular method. So guys, my storage got full. I can't remember the last thing I was saying, but I know I was talking about the fermented rice water. Now this is actually one of the most effective rice water recipes compared to the others. So moving on, the next method I'm going to be talking about is the no boil method. Now in the no boil rice water method, just like the name implies, you are not boiling the rice, but at the same time you are not fermenting the rice water. So just like in the first method, you take your rice, you rinse out any form of dirt and all that, then you put in another water. Now instead of leaving in this water over a few days to ferment, you just like wash your rice with that water and use that water on your hair as your rice water. So you are not doing any form of fermentation, no form of processing, no form of boiling. All you do is to rinse off the dirt, add a fresh water, wash your rice, and the product from that wash, you use it on your hair as the rice water, and you use it the same way you choose to use your rice water, either through spraying on your hair, rinsing your hair with it, using it as a deep conditioner, using it as a leave-in. I used rice water as a leave-in and it worked excellently well for me. So don't be surprised when I say using rice water as a leave-in. Yes, rice water can actually be used as a leave-in, but this is actually very tricky. Maybe I'll cover that in another video on how to effectively use rice water on your hair as a leave-in, because if this is not done carefully, it can actually cause breakage. So moving on, the next method I'm going to be talking about is the boiling method. Also, you can also call this the mashed rice method or the rice conditioner method. Now let me explain. In this method, usually you rinse out your dirt and everything. So the first step in all the method is to rinse out the dirt. You don't want to add any form of dirt or anything that can negatively impact the health of your hair. So that's why first of all you have to rinse out any dirt or particles that can negatively affect the health of your hair. So after you rinse out the dirt, you add water and you boil your rice. So this is like actually a modification of using rice water, because in this method we are not going to be using the water. water. So after boiling your rice, you sieve out the water. What we are going to be using is your rice. So you take your rice and you mash it anywhere you can. You can blend it, pound it, just make sure you get a paste out of the rice. So what you're going to be doing is this paste is using it as a deep conditioner. Yes guys, a deep conditioner, just like every other deep conditioner you can probably think of. You apply it on your hair, leave it on for some minutes, wash it off, and with that you have successfully deep conditioned your hair with rice. Now there's something I forgot to mention for the no boil method, so let me just chip this in. After you wash your rice, you don't just go in and sieve out your water and use. You leave it on for about 30 to 40 minutes before you sieve out the water and eventually use it. So forgot that, just wanted to chip in that here. Now moving on, the next method I'm going to be talking about is the boiling method or boiled rice water method. Now this is almost like the last one, but the thing is, after rinsing out your dirt and after boiling the rice, instead of sieving out the water, throwing it away and using the rice, you are now going to use the water. You can choose to eat your rice, you can choose to make a conditioner out of it and use the two, but the main focus of this method is on the water. So you take the water and you use it as your rice water, whichever way you want to use it, just like the rice spray method, rinse out method, whatever method you decide to use your rice water in. Now these are the four major methods I'm going to be talking about in this video, but there are several other methods. There's what is called the Yao women method, where I think you use other ingredients outside the rice and the water. There is a recipe with aloe vera gel or aloe vera. There's a recipe with, I think, fenugreek seeds or chia seeds. So there are tons of different recipes and regimens revolving around rice water, but these are the basic ones. So it's not a fast and hard rule that you must use fermented rice water or you must use just rice and water. Just choose what you like. You can decide to create your rice water and add an oil to it. I usually do this sometimes when I was using my rice water back then. After making my fermented rice water, to create that protein moisture balance, I usually add an oil, and the oil I usually used back then was the Goya extra virgin olive oil. I started by using the mega growth oil, the Profectiv mega growth oil, and that almost turned my hair into a disaster, because if you know, products from the Profectiv Mega Growth line usually have protein, and the rice water actually is like a protein treatment, kind of give your hair strength. And I noticed that when I use the Profectiv Mega Growth oil, it gives my hair strength, like makes my hair stronger. So it's like I'm combining two protein treatments, which was actually too much. So I was not getting that moisture protein balance. So that was why I stopped using the Profectiv Mega Growth oil and I decided to combine with Goya extra virgin olive oil. It's not every time I mix the rice water and the oil. Sometimes I mix it. Sometimes after spraying the rice water on my head, then I go into moisturize or like seal with the Goya extra virgin olive oil. So if there are other recipes of rice water you know of, or there are other recipes you've tried on your hair and that have worked well for you, please make sure to share that with us down in the comment section below. So rice water is a very huge topic on its own. There's benefits of using rice water, there's how to effectively use rice water, there's how to use rice water as a leave-in. So many, you have to know how to effectively use rice water for your hair, because if you notice, there are some people that say they use rice water and they got breakage from it. It's just like using the Afuji two-step protein treatment. This is a very strong protein treatment. When used effectively, it can make your hair so much better, but if you use it incorrectly, it can actually cause breakage. So the same thing with the rice water. If you don't know how to effectively use rice water, because rice water is actually very strong, so if you don't know how to effectively use it, you can actually get breakage from it. So I'm going to cover all those in other videos: benefits of rice water, how to effectively use rice water, how to use rice water, and how I use rice water as a leave-in. So make sure to stay tuned for those videos, because they are going to be popping up pretty soon. Okay, and if there's any other thing you want to know concerning rice water or concerning my experience or my journey with rice water, make sure to leave it down in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. So know that you can actually deep condition or give your hair a protein treatment, make your hair stronger without actually spending money. You can basically do this with just products in your kitchen. So since if someone tells you growing long hair, making your hair healthy and all that is expensive, it's a lie. It's a lie, because before now I was literally spending almost nothing or the barest minimum on my hair, and I did that like using kitchen products, budget friendly things to grow my hair through, I think, mid back length or waist length before I started buying all these products I'm using now. So you can actually give your hair what it needs without splurging on products. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here and you subscribe, please consider subscribing to join the family. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.